Hello there. So today I'm going to be looking at different websites and show you how they can be useful for your lessons and for your families at home. So I'm on the NASA website. This is nasa.gov, but it's got a section for NASA at home. Okay, they've got a section which is full of ebooks. That is information for you, for your kids. Okay, there are just some amazing pictures and information in here. You can download it as a PDF or EPUB reader. If you have an EPUB reader, you can download it in that format. Okay, and as you can see in a second, okay, you can actually read about the Hubble Space Telescope. It explains everything about it. It's in full color, amazing pictures, really good resolution. And if you read this with your children, chances are you're just going to have amazing conversations about this kind of thing. Just look at a couple of these pictures here. It's just really, really good. Having a look there into the night sky compared to what we can see on Earth and what they can see with these amazing stars that are over 26,000 light years away. It's just like I said, I think as soon as you get on this website, you're just gonna get lost in all of these things. I'm gonna go back into this, go into kids and families. Now this section here has got STEM at home or STEM engagement. Now this is obviously better for educators, for teachers. So you can have a look through their resources that they have for students, for educators, about engagement. You can check it out. This is informal education. Just while we're at home, maybe there's things around the house that we can actually just pick up and teach our students, that it might help. They can give you virtual field trips. Okay, so there's really some good ideas in here. Just one second. This one is the virtual field trip. This is about the activities and the fun things to do at home. So I was looking at this before I started making my video, and as you can see, there's just nice little activities again for them. For example, this one here, if we could just click on it. So you're going to play It's Not the Same. So this is just where they've got to find out the differences between each one. It's not as interesting as another one that I had just before. It was about drawing the graphs. You could make a cardboard rover. So again, once you start making things like this, you'll be able to talk about it with your children, with your students. Maybe these are things that the students can make at home as well, with little things that are lying around. They only need a bit of cardboard, straws, rubber bands. Normally people have these things lying around anyway, and if you can get them to do it, it will be something maybe a little bit more interesting than having lectures online, which is the way I'm sure some of us are starting to teach at the moment. This website is literally amazing. There's just interactive things, there's posters, they can read about it, there's images, there's hands-on galleries, and then I know some people were talking about careers and how they're related to science, so again there's ones in there, and then you can maybe point them towards these sections which are contests and challenges that they can take part in. So again, for students, for you, for everyone to just maybe have a little bit more of a three-dimensional aspect to their learning, rather than just sitting listening to a video lecture or being in a Zoom or Google meeting. I found it today. I was looking for a lesson on Young slits, and this came up, and I was just really amazed by the quality in here. So I've just chosen a random subject here, the electromagnetic spectrum, and if I play one of their videos, you just have a look at the kind of standard. It's kind of Khan Academy style. This particular video is really busy, there's a lot of writing on here, but they do go through things step by step, and I thought actually, if we use it in Edpuzzle, I think this would be really good because
Which
it's
of the
actually
following
got
is a reasonable frequency
questions.
for a photon of red light? A, 4.67 times 10 to the 14 hertz.
I'm just going to read out the
Direction of
question.
channels per second. The speed of light is most commonly given in meters per second.
So as you can see, he just goes really nicely in a lot of detail through some questions, which will obviously save us as educators time, because we often find ourselves, well, I do, repeating myself a number of times when I'm trying to explain something. This again is another lesson. This is a worksheet. You can preview the worksheet or you can just straight away download it. I can't see anywhere to pay for this website, so at the moment it looks like it's free for everyone, and they've got worksheets, they've got videos, they've got everything translated, which was another reason that I really liked this website. I don't know if I can go to the home page from here. If I just go to the home page, you can see, look, they've got the English website in Spanish, French, Portuguese and Arabic. So I mean, again, you're just going to go down in this website and you're going to have a good look around. You're going to see, for example, let's say statics. You can see, again, you're just going to, I don't know, let's see the resultant of two parallel forces. Again, they've got the videos to go with it. They've got the worksheets that are made perfectly, and they literally go through everything step by step. It is very, very similar to Khan Academy. So I found the one that I was talking about. This is the two-slip interference pattern. It's a 17-minute video, so I'm just going to quickly skip through certain parts. But you can see how it's just really clear, really simple for the students to learn.
On the screen. It's true that in the case of our dark spot, we have destructive interference going on.
So as you can see here, they've got like really clear pictures, and they would explain, it seems to me they're explaining exactly as though a teacher would explain. But the more that I look at it, the more that it seems the same as Khan Academy. Seen on many people's lists, which is called Maths is Fun. It's really, really good. I've used it in my lessons actually for physics, because some of the topics overlap, like for example vectors, and as you can see, they've got all of these topics that they go through. Let's go for money, for example. They've even got coin games, they've even got different areas. So for example, in this one here, I'm sure we've all done this when we were kids with a worksheet, but they've got to just drag and drop, for example, and try and make £1 with this kind of money. You can actually go to different currencies and do the same thing. You can actually play with the unit price game. You can actually do a counting coins activity. So again, you'll be looking at this and counting up how much money that the students would have at home. So again, giving them little things to do with them. They've got puzzles that go with this. So again, using their mind, they've got logic puzzles, Einstein puzzles, number puzzles. Let's just click on that one to show you. So for example, here we are. Find a 10-digit number where the first digit is how many zeros in the number. And then, you know, they've got to go until the 10th digit. Finally, they can even check a solution. For example, this one here. Okay. And you can even discuss it in their forum. They've just got so many things on this website. Again, I think once you get onto here, you're just going to get lost in here. These are jigsaws that are kind of virtual jigsaws, you would say. Again, I don't know why it's not loading. It just takes a bit of time sometimes to load these things. But really, they've got a dictionary. They've also got little lessons for each one. So I'm just going to try to find out if there's a lesson that I can give. Here we are. Okay, so for example, Introduction to Algebra. So this is just basically showing them. They explain why they're using the letter, they're showing them how to solve, and then they're showing them how it balances out. They show it like another puzzle, and then they've got loads of practice. And as far as I know, this website is free, like literally completely free. There's no charges that I've ever seen on here. and I've been using this quite a while, and it's excellent for maths, and it's also really good for physics as well. There's just lots of little bits for them, for the students, and they can really easily follow it. Like you can see, look, you know, it's like something minus 2 is 4. Well, they know that that number's going to be 6. So I really do enjoy using this website. I've saved my favourite for the last one. As you can see, you can get a membership now because of the COVID crisis. You can see that they've got at-home learning. They've got, you can assign skills, you can set goals for students, you can get insight with their analytics, you can set individual action plans, and you can do personalized practice. What I've noticed with this is, as they learn, if they learn something and they master the skill, they can move on to the next section, and it kind of adapts to what they do. So we'll just have a quick look in the second grade. So for example, let's say this one here, subtract 2-digit numbers. Okay, they've got the number of questions answered on this side, they've got a timer, and they've even got the smart score. They can even give the students a break and they can come back later on. Okay, and then for example, if they don't feel ready yet, they can get some explanation, get some help. Okay, and they can go back, for example, so they can learn with an example. So this one, it speaks, or it tells them what the question is. Okay, or they can say, you know, what it is. So this is 14 minus 10. So we're going to subtract the ones, which is 0, and then subtract 4 minus 0. Yeah, so this explains how to solve the problems. As a teacher, I've used this with my own children, to be honest. Haven't really used it in class, but I noticed that it's good for language as well. So for example, this one here in 7th grade, positive and negative connotation. Which one has a more negative connotation? So you just submit the answer, choose the answer and submit. And it's kind of nice because, you know, there's no actual, you know, from the teacher's perspective, you don't have to actually, you know, plan things and write the questions out and things like that. You can actually go in, check that the activity is something what you would want to teach your students, fix up your learning objectives, and use the activities to really develop your lesson. I'll have a quick look at science for you as well. So as again, it's got all the way to 8th grade for science. Like I said, I haven't really used it in school for myself, to be honest, because I'm a physics teacher and I haven't really seen anything that's good for physics. But as you can see here, for example, this one, comparing energy of the waves, actually I could use that tomorrow. It's brilliant. So they're looking at the amplitude of the waves, and it previews, it explains what the skill is, explains how to add them together, and it's just, again, really useful. Again, if you have a look on the side here, they give them loads of skills that they can actually practice. And I believe that even if you just use 1 or 2 of these websites, you can really help your children at home if you have them, if they're you know, younger or older, and you're teaching a different grade level. These are pretty much everything that they probably need to know, and it will be really helpful for your students as well. Again, loads of activities in here that are all ready made, ready for the students. I've just noticed they've also got Spanish in there, so again, you know, greetings, grammar, vocabulary, again, helping your students learn languages. And they've also got social studies, might as well have a look in there, you know. So yeah, excellent. Look, they've got Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, okay, the Louisiana Purchase, so they've got a lot of explanation. Again, this is based in America, so obviously they're focusing on that side. But I mean, again, there are still skills for our students in other countries to learn as well. So again, a lovely website with a lot of detail, with a lot of information. Sorry, it's down here. With a lot of information, and a good way for you to really see how to help your